PDD!
Yes, sir.
I gotta sit here and talk to you for an hour like I don't talk to you often. Just to see all my Pete notes.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. You got a lot going on, bro.
Yeah, a little bit.
How you feeling, first of all?
I feel good. I feel like I'm in a good place right now.
What does that mean?
What
does a good place mean for Pete Davidson?
A good place. I'm just really looking forward to doing cool stuff with a lot of my friends. I have a lot of cool stuff coming out, and we're working on stuff. So it's just nice to be in a place where that's the focus and not anything else.
Why doesn't Pete do interviews?
I don't think I'm very well perceived. I don't think my language works well in print. So when it comes to print, it just looks like I say monstrous things, and then I have to deal with, my PR and my mother, and then all these other job stuff. So I try to stay away from it, but you're the man.
But it's not like you're an asshole.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the issue. That's why it's so confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you read stuff about yourself, and you be like, who is this guy?
Yeah, I'm like, am I, after a while, you're like, I guess I am a dick. I don't know, so I try and stay away from all that stuff, but I always have a good time with it.
They spoke about the NDA.
Yes.
That you had people sign. I think it was a $1 million NDA or something like that. What was that all about?
That was just a joke slapped on top of it. The NDA, I just thought it was funny to charge more than what I have. The NDA was I was getting ready to film a special, and my jokes leak. People come to the shows with a notepad, I see it, even if phones are locked, and they write down all my jokes, and then they put them in the post, or they put them in the whatever, and then it's my jokes out there. And jokes aren't like songs or whatever, when Billy Joel's still doing We Didn't Start the Fire for 40 years and girls are still showing their titties, right?
Yeah.
But they're not, once you do a joke, it's over. So I was like, we have to make sure the material doesn't get out so I could film it and then people could see it. And then someone took a picture of the NDA and put out the NDA, which just proved my point of the NDA.
But we're in the era of transparency, though. Everybody likes to overshare every goddamn thing.
Yeah, but there should just be some fun. It used to be exciting to wait for a show, or I don't want all the information blown. I don't want a summary before I go see the thing. You're supposed to be able to enjoy it. So.
Why not just get people to lock their phones up?
We did.
Okay.
It became people would bring notepads and
shit.
little recorders and stuff, and it would be I'm working on jokes sometimes. Sometimes those are things that I'm never gonna say again. So it's just it happened again 2 days ago. They put it in the post. I was working on jokes in the city, and it's just not music. It's not the same thing.
Do you think because you're not on social media like that, you don't do interviews, so the only time people really do get to hear your POV is through stand-up?
Right.
So do you think people want to hear from you so bad that they're willing to come to your show and fucking transcribe everything just to see what you think?
I don't get why. That sounds crazy. It doesn't happen to many comics, and it really makes me question what I'm doing. That seems to be such an issue. You know what I mean? Because I'm just trying to tell dick jokes.
Yeah.
Now,
recently, especially over the past few years, you've had a lot of relationship drama.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah.
What do you take away as a lesson in growth from all of that?
Oh, from what relationships?
Just relationships in general. We'll get into the individual relationships, but just relationships in general.
I think you grow a lot as a person. I've learned a lot from the awesome chicks that I've been with, and they're all cool. So I think you just grow, you become a better version of yourself, because you learn a little something from everybody.
Since your private life is so publicized, has it been distracting from your career, you think?
Oh yeah, I think people only know me for my dick, which is even my uncle. He's like, you have anything coming out, or you're just packing heat? It becomes very distracting, and I've been very fortunate and lucky to date some really wonderful, beautiful, cool, talented women, and with that comes that, unfortunately. So I'm aware that there's shit, but I do think I get it a little harder than most, I would say, with the following. But that comes with the territory.
How much of it is off limits though? Because I saw your new stand-up special on Netflix. Comes out tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact.
Yes, sir.
And Miss Ariana Grande is a punchline.
Yeah, she has a couple.
In a few of the jokes.
Yeah.
So what's off limits for you?
I think genuinely being hurtful is off limits, or anything being shitty or anything. I want to be cool with everybody. But stand-up's part of my life. That was a highly publicized thing. I feel like she got her fair run and her fair stab at it. And like I said, I don't have social media and I don't have an outlet really to express my feelings. So like, stand-up's just how I do it. And I just have some jokes about it. So.
Yeah, they were saying that she might have been throwing some shade at you at the Grammys.
I'm sure she was. She's the queen of shade. Again, I get it. That's her job. Like, she has to, that's her aura. She has like music to it and stuff. I get it. So like, I hope people feel the same way about my jokes.
Listen, I'm glad you do it. And the reason I'm glad you do it is because a lot of people recognize you as, they'll say, oh, that's Ariana Grande's fiance.
Right.
First, and then Pete Davidson.
Number one, first one. Yeah. First and only. Still got that. Still got that for my family. I did that for America. You understand? It's for every kid out there and every uncle.
Would they introduce you as that first, and then sometimes it's Pete Davidson, the comedian actor, second. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, yeah, for sure.
How did that impact your ego or the way you view yourself?
It hurts. It definitely hurts because I've been doing this for like 10 years. So like it sucks for like a 6-month thing to just completely take over that. And then it's also just like, whoa, is he just getting this because of that or that because of that? Not a lot of people knew anything until I started dating her. So like, yeah, it's difficult and like it's definitely a little bit of a punch in the gut. You definitely want someone to be like, hey man, good work. Not like, hey, nice dick. Or like, getting it out. Like, it's just,
Did that help you get more pussy?
Probably. I mean, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It's I hope it doesn't run out.
You had a good dick facts, bro. You got like car facts, you got a good dick facts.
Thank you. Yeah. I had Nick Cannon as a mentor, so like, I'm just following in his footsteps, which I've been told is the right thing to do.
As far as girls, don't follow in Nick's footsteps when it comes to comedy or music.
Dude, Nick's game in Hollywood and with girls ever is like
legendary.
It's historic.
You getting up there, bro.
Oh, well, thank you.
Like your list is growing.
Thank you. I'm not trying. By the way, I'm not like trying to make it grow. I just like the thing is like. It looks like I'm a whore, right? But I've only been with those girls pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's like I've only been with like 5-6 people. Like if I was a girl, I'd be like a virgin.
And they were relationships, right?
And they were like at least 3 to 6 month, like, bids, I call them.
So you wasn't just getting ran through.
Yeah, I'm not just like running through stuff,
No, you're the whore in this situation. So you're getting ran through.
Right,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the victim here.
They passing you around.
Yeah.
Because they heard about your dick.
Yeah, probably.
Now you were quoted in your Paper Magazine cover story interview saying that sometimes when you put so much on someone, it overwhelms them, and then they don't know if they could come close to that. Do you feel that you've had a hard time sharing all the parts of yourself in relationships?
No, I share too much, and I scare the fucking shit out of people because I have like a lot of issues and stuff, and I like to be very upfront about that, so there's no like surprises. Like I don't want you to be surprised, like if I cut myself, or like if I like have to go away to a rehab, or like if I have to go to like certain therapy or something like that, because it just like breaks the ice easier, and like. A month in, that's just like, what the fuck, holy shit. But it's like, I don't want to waste your fucking time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I think like I come across very like intense, and like I think that scares a lot of people away.
So you've scared a lot of women away?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think all of them. I think they all are terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they all love me, but they're all definitely like worried and shit, which sucks.
I was looking at Kaya.
Yes.
Kaya.
Yeah, KG.
She said it got very overwhelming for her.
Yeah.
And she said Pete has a certain MO and he's very intense to his girlfriends.
Yeah, well, we were dating for a few months, and, she's very young. And, I'm fucking going through a lot, and I was before I was going to rehab, and, like, she has stuff going on. It's just like she should be having fun and shit, she shouldn't have to worry about, like, some dude that just, like, has issues and shit. She should be enjoying her work and all that other shit. So it just wasn't like the right place or the right time at all. Also, like, her parents were really helpful and stuff, so they're all cool.
What does very intense mean?
I cry a lot, like I get into deep conversation. Like I care about like your shit. What I mean? Like I'm like not just doing like, hey, let's go to like Carbone and Nobu and like get caught hanging out, or like I like to like meet your family. I like to like know who you are or whatever. And like some families are like, who the fuck are you? You just started dating they're like, I don't want to meet you or whatever. So I'm a lot for certain people. I'm just like, it was just how I was raised. I was raised by just like a mom and a sister. So like,
You're very loving.
yeah, I'm very loving. I'm like a girl.
I can-
It's very cold in here. I just got all shit.
It's fine,
Yeah.
man. Feel your feels.
Yeah.
I can vouch for Pete. You know, Pete, you really do be into these women. You be like, yo, I'm in love.
I'm in love, dude. I like love. I love love.
You
That's
love
how
love.
I grew up. Just my mom, my sister. I didn't have like a man around the house, so like I was just like, when am I gonna find my Princess Charming? Yeah, that's all I've ever wanted. I just want to have a kid. That's it.
That's what you want.
I just want a kid. That's all. I think that would be awesome. It would keep me around, keep my head up, and just like I want to be there for something that, or do something that I didn't have growing up. That's like my biggest thing.
So when Kaya, what do you call her?
KG.
KG. When KG joked about being pregnant recently
Yeah.
on Instagram, did you believe she was pregnant when you saw it?
No, I think she's smart. She's smarter than a lot of people. She gets tabloided up too. So like, her and Bieber like to put shit out like that. Like how like Bieber and Haley were playing basketball and he like yelled at her and it was clearly them joking. But like Page Six was like, fucking monster with a mustache, Justin Bieber. And it's like, no, dude, they're fucking playing around. So yeah, that was just her being funny.
But you said you wanted that though.
Fuck yeah, I
So
did.
if she's playing like that, she's kind of playing with your emotions a little bit.
Maybe. I like to try and not read it into that. I'd like to think that she wouldn't do that. But like, hey man, anyone could have it. Anyone could have my child.
What are you waiting on? You could have been took the condom off. You could have been shot somebody's club up.
Well, I gotta I gotta be in love and stuff. It's just like I'm like at the point where I'm like maybe I should adopt or something. Me and my mom or something, just adopt.
Why? You young.
I don't know. I think everybody's afraid of the Davidson seed. I think that I just think people assume like my cum's just gonna enter there and just start like lighting up in their uterus and then just ruin everything. So.
How is your mom?
My mom's great. I wanted to start dating. I hope she starts dating. I think she might be dating now.
Really?
Yeah, she's getting home late and she's awful happy.
You think she would tell you if she was?
I hope she would, but I don't know. I don't know if she's like, I think if it got like serious, she would, because I would be upset if some guy just like ran through my mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love if she would date. That would be cool.
Now you mentioned rehab a little while ago, and you confirmed that you went to rehab through a joke.
Right, yeah.
Is there anything that's off limits in comedy when it comes to stuff like that?
No, not at all. That's one of the beauties of comedy. It's like music too. You could just heal through pain and stuff. And like, it's really sad and depressing to go to rehab, but like if you could get a little crackle or a little joke out of it, then like it's less painful. You know what I mean? Like the stay there maybe wasn't as bad, if that makes sense.
The last episode of SNL, I think it was with Eddie Murphy. The last one I saw.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said it. You said on that episode, I'm going to rehab now.
Yeah, I subliminally kind of said it because I figured it would get out because so I just tried to like cover my own ass just to be like, I got ahead of you, Page Six.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that though. Like if you know you need some assistance every now and then, what's the problem?
I'll be back. Like I just go like, I have to get my meds readjusted all the time because I have like in between bipolar and borderline and like PTSD and shit from my childhood. So like, I have to go and get readjusted every once in a while. So like, I don't think going to rehab is that big of a deal. I think it's like a really strong, powerful thing. And some of the most beautiful, cool people you ever meet are there.
Oh, I think that's the misconception, right? Some people think when you check into rehab, it's always for drugs.
Yeah.
But it's not always for drugs.
It's not always for drugs. I mean, do I do drugs? Absolutely. But I'm not like fucking falling over myself and all that shit. I just have like, some people are sad. Some people gotta work and figure their stuff out. And the beautiful thing about rehab is like it gets you sober so they can figure out what the problem is. Like some people can smoke weed and drink when they get out. It's like, it's just you have to be sober for a certain amount of time so they can diagnose you properly. You know what I mean?
Have you been sober long enough for them to diagnose you properly?
Yeah, I went to two places because like one place got out a little bit and I didn't want to like, disturb the people there. So we went to another place and we got like 2.5, 3 weeks of full sobriety and that was cool. And they readjusted my shit and I've been feeling great.
How do you know when it's time to go get help? Like, okay, I'm doing too much.
Usually when I start like cutting or like when shit gets like when it just gets a little insurmountable or like people are like, hey, my friends will tell me now. We're at a point where like people will come over and be like, hey, we're all fucking pissed and terrified. So not pissed, but like we're all like worried, so you should go. I got a good group around me where they give a fuck.
What does cutting look like?
I cut my chest. That's why I started getting tats on my chest, is to like cover them. It's just like a release. It's just something that like it's if you can't get a tattoo, or like if you can't, it's never in like any like spot that's like serious. It's just like whenever you're so manic and upset, sometimes that's like the only thing that would work for me. But now you go to rehab, you learn like, oh, you could like take a cold shower, you could work out, you could listen to music really loud, you could read this excerpt, you could go on the Calm app, you can call a friend, you could wait 5 minutes. There's just, so much shit you learn that is like eked into your brain if you get to do some of that stuff. So like, that's how I've been taking care of it.
Did the cutting bring any relief?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Well, it's
not awesome.
No, it's not awesome, but like the feeling of it after is just you feel really stupid after, but like as you're doing it, it feels really great. It's like getting tatted.
Okay, so you think that you're trying to match, I guess, physical pain with emotional?
Yeah, when I'm really angry and upset, it feels really good to just get like needled up or get a tat or like, shit like that.
I need you to get in the boxing, Pete.
I know, everybody's saying that. I gotta quit the cigs first.
You should remake Fight Club.
Fight Club?
Yes. So you can just get hit on or something, yeah.
I love that shit.
That shit was amazing.
I saw that movie for the first time like 3 years ago, and nobody ruined the ending for me, and it fucking blew my mind.
How the fuck did you avoid not knowing the ending of Fight Club?
I don't know. I just got really, really lucky. It was just one of those movies. There's like one movie I know I have to watch The Godfathers, but not happening ever. But Fight Club was one of those for me where I was like, yeah.
I'm really impressed with what you're doing in the movie space, man.
Oh, thank you.
I've had the privilege of seeing a couple of things before they come out. Big Time Adolescence next month. What does that mean to you?
I'm so excited for mainly for Jason Orley. He wrote and directed it, and he is just brilliant. He's a genius. He's like our Harold Ramis, and like he works so fucking hard and put together a great cast. And he gave me an opportunity, literally saved my career, because the movie came out at Sundance at like a really pivotal, shitty time in my life, and I really owe a lot to him. And it's just like a really cool movie. Like, I really feel like it's gonna hit with the high school, college crowd. I feel like it's a movie you can watch with your kids. It's just like one of those like nostalgic flicks.
And that's coming out on Hulu, right?
Hulu on the theaters in the 13th for a week, and then Hulu on the 20th.
What made you want to take your time and pick the right film to do? Because I'm sure over the past few years you could have been doing bit parts in every goddamn movie that was coming out. What made you say, this is what I want to do for my first leading role?
Like I said, I got a great team around me. I got a lot of people that are like, just like wait for the right one. You want to be like at home watching Netflix and be like, oh fuck, or like just be in anything that you don't want to be in, because that shit is forever.
Absolutely.
So like, I'm very lucky that I've been able to do stand-up and like have other jobs here and there, and I just waited it out, and I got really lucky. There was 2 really good projects that we got to do.
Let me ask you a question. How does being in the spotlight complicate any mental health issues for you?
Oh, it's horrible. It's why I can't have the internet. It's just the worst. When people, I have like not that great skin all the time. So like I'm like, I guess I can't go out today. Otherwise, I'll be called a crackhead for 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, should I not care about that? Sure. But like, how you feel about that? Like, how would you feel if someone called you a crack? Like, it's really annoying. I got a family and shit, and they follow my family. And it really, it makes me feel bad. It really takes up a lot of my time.
Do you remember how you felt before you got in the industry?
Before I got in the industry, I just wanted to get on stage more than anything.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be a part of something. I never thought it would get to this level, and I never really wanted it to. I always wanted to just be like a Burr or like Mulaney. Not that I'm not saying I'm half as funny as those guys, but I really love their careers and I love their trajectory. But I got fucking jump started by Ariana, and when you get put in front of that type of an audience and that type of a lifestyle, it's fucking those people got to deal with a lot.
Give yourself a little bit more credit than that, though.
Yeah.
You had a name before Ariana.
No, I did.
You was on SNL.
I did, but I'd be silly to like not at least acknowledge that like there was a significant boost It was like
I respect it. Women do it all the time.
hey man, I was like, do your thing. Like I'm your cheerleader now. Like I want everybody to do well. I never understood wanting people to like fucking fail all the time. You know what I mean?
You think the entertainment industry heightened the intensity of your mental illness? That's why I asked you, how did you feel before?
Oh yeah,
your career.
It's made it much worse. I'm much more insecure, much more unsure of myself than I've ever been. And yeah, it's just like, I'm also like just embarrassed. It's just like embarrassing to walk around.
What?
Well, because you gotta walk around, right? And like not reading all the shit, but like I don't know all of it that's out there. And then there's these people just coming at you and like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? Or some people, is this guy gonna run by and sing a song at me? Is this guy gonna say, seriously, is this guy, all the time. At games, I just have to sit there and just watch the Knicks and just someone just like, hey, oh yeah, just fucking, it sucks, dude. I'm not gonna lie, you know. So it's a lot. In order for me to go out, I have to plan it. Like I used to not have to do that. I used to be like, hey, yeah, let's just go to this place. Like now I have to like be like, hey, maybe we could do that tomorrow if X, Y, and Z works out.
Yeah, I remember when you asked me to go to a game, I'm like, yo, do you really want to go sit courtside at the Knicks game right now?
Love sitting at that's one thing I'm never gonna let them take away from me because I grew up watching the Knicks, sat fucking nosebleeds, happy as a clam, and just like getting able to sit that close and bring like your boys and your own, that shit is fucking awesome. So I'm not letting them ruin that.
You think you've ever hit rock bottom?
Oh yeah, I hit it all the time.
No, you don't, man. Well, yeah. I can't tell you what you do.
My rock bottom is when like people are scared of my life and I have to go away and then I have to bring myself back up again. So like I think I've hit it a few times and you know, as long as you're around good supportive people, you should be able to, you know, and then if you're strong enough, you'll be able to get out of it.
What does that look like to you, though? What does rock bottom look like to Pete Davidson?
It's usually like I'm doing a little too much shrooms and a little too much acid and just like having a little too much fun and not sleeping, not taking good care of myself. And then when you don't sleep and you have a mental illness and you're doing all this shit, it's just like, I think, what the lady, she called it rocket fuel. And you're taking your meds and all this mix of all this shit, you just go a little nuts. And I was on Accutane for a little bit, trying that shit made me nuts. So it was just, it's very manic and very sleepless.
What is Accutane?
Accutane is supposed to like, if you take it for like 6 months, it gets rid of acne permanently forever, but it makes you nuts for like 6 months. And when you mix nuts with nuts, I thought it would cancel each other out. It didn't. It just multiplied it. And I got a little wild.
Do you still battle? Well, of course you do, but how often do you still battle with depression?
Oh, I'm always depressed, all the time. I have to constantly bring myself out of it. Like I wake up depressed, but like I'm like, okay, now I know my steps, because like you learn from the real, like now I have to go outside and be in the sun for a little bit, or go for a walk, or like start the day this way. It's all just programming yourself to trick your brain, you know?
Were you ever suicidal?
Yeah, all the time. But I can't, because I got a mom and a sister and like a family. So like, I've always been suicidal, but I've never had like the balls, you know? Which I'm very lucky. Like for the first time, maybe like when I went away this time, I felt like I had maybe almost the balls, because it's starting to get like, you know, when you're not feeling good and you're going through all this stuff and there's like people at your house in Staten Island, it just like really drives you fucking crazy. But like, yeah, but like they're not as like constant as it used to be.
Does your work not make you feel better?
It's the only thing. I love it. I love writing. I love hanging with my friends. They're all really funny and cool, and stand up, and yeah, it's the ultimate distraction. Yeah.
Ultimate distraction. How do you think we can like depopularize drug usage amongst the youth? Like for somebody dealing with the issues you may have, why do they always have to go run and self-medicate? How can we stop that from happening?
Oh, from like all like how weed's just cool and all that stuff, or
not necessarily weed, more so like the prescription pill.
The prescription pills? Shit, that shit is fucking bad. Those things are just really bad. You can't mess around with those. I don't know, man. I know rappers have a heavy influence. I think like anybody with a voice just being like, hey, that shit is not cool. Mm-hmm. Like I can't personally like say don't take them because I have anxiety. I take Klonopin on flights and shit, but like don't abuse stuff, and like it's just not, it's not fun. You should just smoke weed. I wish there was like a PSA that was just like, just smoke weed.
Instead of just saying, no, just smoke weed.
Yeah, just smoke weed. That's it. You could have for your fun, you know, all that stuff. But those oxys and all that shit, I've seen like I'm young, I'm 26. There was some kids in there that were like in rehab, like 18, 19, that look like 40 from that shit. That's just no joke.
And I mean, you see all of these rappers, you know, overdosing.
It's horrible. They're all like 20 years old. It's fucking terrible. I wish like that would be enough of an example, but like I guess, you know, I don't know. People do what they want.
How was that when you was dating Ariana and, you know, Mac passed away?
Yeah.
And she was like openly grieving
Yeah.
Mac in a real way, like, oh, that's the love of my life, my soulmate. How did that affect you?
I totally got it, because we were only together for a few months. She'd even tell you this. Like, I was like, listen, I was like, I get it, do whatever you gotta do, I'll be here. I literally said, like, I think I said I'll be here until, like, you don't want me to be here. Like, I pretty much knew it was around over after that. That was really horrible. And I can't imagine what that shit is like. Like, that shit is just terrible. All I do know is that she really loved the shit out of him, and she wasn't like, you know, putting on a show or anything. She, that was fucked up. And I hope, you know, I'm prayers to his family and all of his friends still. It's still fucking everybody up. You know, when his music comes out and you see he makes great music, it's just awful.
Now, you got a joke in your special, your Netflix special.
Yeah.
About, well, I don't even know if it's a joke, but it's about Louis C.K.
Yes, sir.
And he supposedly tried to get you fired from SNL for smoking too much weed.
Yes.
Was that a real story?
Yes. It's a true story. I don't want to like ruin the joke, but pretty much like he just like ratted me out to my boss.
Yeah.
It was so weird. I never really got over that.
Was it personally vindicating?
I think
for
so.
you to see his comedic downfall?
Oh my God. It was amazing. It was amazing. I imagine it's what like Ariana feels like now, like just watching me just tumble for 2 years. Just being like, yes. You know, I'm sure it's very vindicating. But yeah, it felt great. I loved it. That guy hasn't been nice to many people, so.
Really?
Yeah, he's not a nice guy. Well, the thing is, if something bad happens to someone and they're a nice guy, like people fucking don't stop talking to you, and your friends don't like it. He's doing shows in fucking Israel. He had to leave the country. You know what I mean? Like Aziz still here, people still here. Not that Aziz did half of what, you know, but yeah, that dude's just a piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah, he's not a nice. Maybe he's changed. I don't know, but like he's not nice to young comics.
At one point, you wanted to get a tattoo of him, though.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I really?
Yeah. Well, the reason wasn't a good reason.
What was the reason?
Because you said that you got a Harry Potter tattoo, and then you say the next day Alan Rickman, the guy who played Snape, died. Then you got a Willy Wonka tattoo.
Oh yeah. And I said I wanted to get a Louis tattoo because all those guys died after I got the tattoo.
Yeah, you said you got a Willy Wonka tattoo, then Gene Wilder died.
Yeah, but I said I'm gonna get one with a Louis. See what happens.
Was Louis that terrible? Did you want to wish death on him?
He's just not a nice guy. It's a joke, but like he's not like. What's also shitty is like he will be nice to you one-on-one and then like not. He won't be real with other people about you.
What older comics have embraced you?
Oh man, Sandman's the best. Adam Sandler, please go see Uncut Gems, guys. It's the best fucking movie ever. He should have won an Oscar. Still don't understand that. It bugs me. He's very, very helpful and sweet and checks in, and Bill Burr and Mulaney, and like I'm really lucky to have like some of the goats that like really look out and, you know, give me really good advice. So that's another reason I'm still around.
What advice does Sandler give you? Because you got a very Sandler vibe about you.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. Really, that's my dream guy. No, he's always just like, you know, he's been through it all already, you know. So he's just like, keep your head up, you know. It's he just tells me how to navigate through, like, you know, the bastards that are trying to bring you down. And you know, he's just the Sandler model is the shit. Like it's
What's
just
his model?
He fucking is the best family guy. He's a wonderful wife and kids, and then he just puts all of his boys in the movies together, and they just like he has his own fucking, like, he's even said like an ecosystem. It's just so fucking cool. Like you watch any movie from '95 to now with Sandler in it, you will see everybody in the same movies, and they're all just having fun. And I just think it's the greatest model for comedy or a comedian to have if you're blessed to get it.
Do you have conversations with him about when it's time to leave SNL?
Yeah, I have conversations with a lot of people. It's a hard thing to do because you don't want to ever pull the trigger too early. But everybody's always been like, you'll know when you know, and it'll all be all right. So.
Do you know?
Yeah. Here's the thing is like I personally think I should be done with that show because they make fun of me on it. Like
that's the point. It's a comedy sketch show.
No, but like I get it. But like I'm like cold open like political punchlines. Like I'm like Weekend Update jokes. Like
Gotcha.
not like hot, not like when I'm not there. Like they'll be like, but Pete's a fucking jerk face, and you're whose side are you on? You know, it's like I have a weird feeling in that building where I don't know whose team they're playing for, really. If I'm the joke or I'm in on the joke. So, like, since I really wanted last year to be my last year, but, you know, I'm still around and trying to knock it away.
So it doesn't feel like a family environment at SNL?
I mean, like, Lauren's the shit, and he's, like, the best and has treated me with nothing but love, and he's like a father figure to me. But you know, as far as like everyone else, it's like, you know, it's a cutthroat fucking show. Everyone's trying to get their shit on. Everyone wants to be the next thing, you know. So it's not like a loving care. Like you're not gonna get coddled over there. You know, they don't give a fuck at the end of the day.
Do you think it's because you get more attention than a lot of the other cast members?
No, I honestly think they're just wrapped up in their own shit. It's just like, okay, who's hosting this week? I gotta get my fucking duck sketch on. Like, I gotta do it this week. You know what I mean? It's just like we have so little time. And, you know, the fucking fear of getting fired there your first 3 years is horrible. You're just like, every day I'm getting fired. So everybody's just trying to pound their work on there. And, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Did you feel that way? You felt like you were getting fired the first 3 years?
Every day. I was like, this is the day. This is it. And it just never came. It's scary to work over there.
How do you think SNL strengthened you as a comedian, though?
Oh, being able to perform live and like have to not fuck up, even though I fuck up and laugh all the time. It's definitely made me, I feel like smarter. I feel like everybody there is so smart. And I feel like the unfunniest one there, like improv sketch and doing all that shit is such a different world. I really learned a lot from like how to get from A to like B, like how to make like a sketch. Like I would come in with just like ideas and be like, I have an idea for like a little piece of felt that goes over your dick tip so piss drops don't come out when you put your pants up or whatever. But that's all I had. But now I could have like an 8-page, not that you'd want it, but I could have like an 8-page thing about it. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
Explain a little more.
I'm trying to explain this. So like I used to
dick tip with the felt. I was like, what?
No, so that, you know when you pee and then you put your dick in your underwear and there's like a drop or two comes out?
Yeah, that's why you shake it, Pete.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe my pee hole broken. But
your dick that big that you can't shake it with your own hand?
No, I shake it and stuff. It's just like sometimes, you know, when you're in the car, just like that little drop.
Gotcha.
One of my sketch ideas that was everybody really panned pretty hard was a little tiny flap that goes over your like felt that goes over your dick tip and you just tap your head.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a panty liner.
Right, yeah. So I would have, that's all I would have. But like now I would be able to write a commercial for it.
Gotcha.
Like I would be able to get from A all the way to B as opposed to just have the idea.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to being the butt of the jokes at SNL, why not just tell them they can't fucking joke on your personal life?
Because then, like, I'm a hypocrite. Like, I can't tell. That's what they do. That's their show. Like, if I'm just fodder now, though, maybe I shouldn't be there. That's all I'm saying.
Got you.
Okay.
Have you expressed that?
Yeah. I've been like, I'm just like, I literally was just like, picture what it's like to be made fun of and then cut to immediately. And then try to gain the audience's, like, get them on your side without being like, look at this fucking idiot. Like, you try to do that.
And so when you do come on Weekend Update, you kind of have no choice but to be self-deprecating, right?
Yeah, well, I gotta be. And, well, that's just my type of, like, humor. But also, like, yeah, you gotta be because they think I'm fucking dumb. Like, I'm literally painted out to be like this big, dumb idiot. Like, even all my sketches are just me being like, okay, sure. You know, so it's just like, I have to.
So you've outgrown it, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think everybody outgrows it. And I think for what I could do on the show, which is just barely anything, and it's just Weekend Update, I feel like I've done like 30 of those. And I just feel like, yeah, I've done as much as I can over there. But happy to be there as long as Lauren likes me.
I mean, you're going to be another SNL success story though. At the end of the day,
I hope so. That'd
You
be nice.
got Big Time Adolescence. You got the Netflix special. You got King of Staten Island. Aren't you in like Suicide Squad or some shit?
Yes, sir.
And I just saw you got casted in The Rookie.
Yes.
So how many other other projects you got coming up?
I think I'm shooting like maybe a flick or two over the summer. So we're all just writing and getting shit together.
It's time to leave SNL, Pete.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah,
It's
I just don't
over,
want to
bro.
sound like that, like, but I'm just being honest. Like, yeah, I just feel like there's a time and a place, and like, I just also really enjoy writing movies and shit. It's like a lot of fun to like sit in a writer's room and, you know, create like that. You know?
And no disrespect to anybody over there, but you're doing, I'm sure, what everybody over there would want to do.
Oh, Kate fucking is a superstar.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so is Keenan, but.
Keenan, yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, like what I ever wanted to come from this is what is happening now, I would say.
So you're not trying to beat Keenan's record of 19
No,
years?
well, the thing is, Keenan's great at sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Keenan can make you laugh without moving, which is fucking crazy. So like he it's his home. Like for me though, like just me giggling in the background of sketches, like that, there's been a Fallon. There's people that do that. Like they'll have a new guy giggling in the back, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prepare for backlash when you use potentially offensive material in your shit?
No, I don't. How do I put this? Like, I'm just very honest. So like, I understand if you feel a certain type of way about it, but like, I'm not like at home like, all right, how do we get ahead of this? You know,
Yeah.
I'm not expecting. I mean, now I do, but like originally, I was never expecting there to be backlash over every fucking thing I say. So, but now I'm just like, you know, I hope you know it comes from a good place. I'm not a rotten individual. So like, hopefully, you know, there won't be backlash, but I know it's coming.
I wonder if it's about what you're saying as much as it's about who you're saying it about.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because
Yeah.
I think if you make a joke with somebody who's got a hive, then they're going to come at you. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, it's just, yeah, I know what I'm getting into, but it's just like, you know, I don't rap or make music, so I can't, it's just how I'm expressing myself. I really hope people see, you know, see what I'm talking about.
What does Pete Davidson want to be in the next 5 years?
I want to be a father, and I would like to be directing and just writing. Hopefully not on the screen too much. My dream is just to like write stuff and be able to produce for my friends. That would be the ultimate goal.
I'm going to name some names, man, because, you know, Lil Duval had a great joke about you. He said you like the white person's future because of all all the women you run through, right? Okay. So I'm going to name some names of some women you've been in relationships with. You just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. You can say as much as you want, as little as you want. KG.
Beautiful, smarter than me. Yeah, if anyone was worried that I was too smart or like advanced for her, they do not have to worry at all. She was way, way smarter than I was.
Okay, Margaret Qualley.
Oh, beautiful soul. Great girl. She'll win an Oscar. She's gonna win an Oscar for sure. She's so talented. Did you see her in Once Upon a Time?
No.
In Hollywood? She's fucking.
I wanted to see that though. I
She's
love
dope.
Quentin Tarantino.
She's cold with the acting, man. She's fucking dope.
Is it hard dating actresses though? Because you never know when they're pretending with you.
Well, now it is. I didn't think of that. Fuck. No, you know what, man? It's all fun, man. Learning people's all fun. But yeah, that is something that now will be in the back of my head for sure.
Kate Beckinsale.
Oh man, fucking legendary. All of my uncles freaked out. Also fucking hysterical. Really, really funny.
Yeah.
Like one of the funniest people I've ever met. Yeah, she's really cool.
I feel like you need an older woman though.
I liked it. I had fun.
Because I feel like an older woman would be more supporting and more caring than a younger woman would, especially with all of the needs that you have.
Yeah, no,
You know?
she was very understanding and cool.
Why didn't that work out?
It wasn't just the right time. I think I was going into another rehab. I think that's just, I must have like a pattern. I wasn't like right yet. And she had a lot of, you know, acting and work to do. She's like a superstar. So, you know, it just didn't work.
Cassie David.
Oh, she's fucking hilarious. She's one of the funniest people I've met, and like she'll have a fucking show in like a couple of years for sure.
Carly Aquilino.
Oh, we love Carly.
I love Carly.
She's the best.
Yeah.
She's in, we're cool friends. We actually hang out all the time. She's in the new Staten Island movie. She's honestly one of the coolest chicks I think I ever met.
Absolutely.
Like, I love Carly. I have a lot of love for Carly always.
I love the fact that she is in King of Staten Island.
Yeah.
Right? Cause
she's great.
Because that shows like you don't have no bitterness towards any of your exes. You're not hating on them in no way, shape, or form. It's like, yo, let's work.
No, I want everybody to flourish and be great. I personally, like, life is too short to have just like any bullshit with anybody. You know what I mean? Especially like especially just this year alone, all the shit that happens. I just want to be cool with people.
What effect does Crohn's disease have on your life?
So I have no immune system really. It's like a stomach disease. So like my skin takes longer. I'm like the opposite of Wolverine. My skin takes longer to heal. I get cut up and like I could bleed easily. My posture's bad because my stomach hurts. So I gotta smoke a lot of weed to get my posture up. It's hard to eat. I got it when I was 16. The first 2-3 years I was pretty bedridden, but now I'm on this thing called Remake, which is like an IV that you get for like 2-3 hours. And then you get it every like 6 months, 6 weeks. And then you're just kind of like superhuman until leading up to the next one.
Does that scare Hollywood in any way? Like the fact that you have so much
I'm a liability
going on?
for
That's what I mean.
sure. The insurance on the movies are fucking nuts, I imagine. Yeah. I personally think I think I'm a huge like red flag until you meet me.
Really?
Yeah, just the perception of me. Like everybody I met on the Suicide Squad was like, I thought you were gonna be a giant piece of shit. I was like, thanks. And they're like, you're actually like this nice, cool guy. You know, so I think I have this thing going around where like I just look like a fucking, piece of shit. But I don't think I am.
Do you realize if you came up in the 80s and 90s, they would tell you not to talk about none of this shit?
Yeah.
They would prop you up, have you pretending to be something that you're not, basically.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it would just be all fake.
Well, I don't want you to be on set and see me smoking weed and taking a shit and being like, what is this business? You know what I mean? This is just what I do, and I hope you could understand that and we could work together.
How much do industry opinions of your own stability concern you?
I do not care very much about what the industry thinks of me at all. Learned that from the Sandman. They'll love you or they'll hate you. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is your friends and family in front of you. That I actually mean. I really don't care.
I saw your Alexander Wayne campaign.
Thank you. You saw my shoulders all the way up like this?
Yeah, and you said that you don't consider being a little off as a talent and that you wish you had a talent. Do you genuinely feel like you aren't talented?
I feel like I'm good personality wise, and I feel like I care, and I just like I'm not gonna bullshit you. Mm-hmm. And I think in this business, especially, not in life, I'm not saying I'm the only one that's an honest person. I'm just saying in the business we're in, that is off-putting.
Absolutely.
That is like, fuck are you, what are you know what I mean? So
they tell everybody to be real, but then when you're real, they're like,
ooh, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's an animal. So it's definitely like a dangerous thing to do, but like I said, I'd rather just like be fully ahead of it. I don't like surprises, so I don't want to give anybody else a surprise.
I think, man, being a little off and being yourself is a talent within itself, especially being under so much public scrutiny like you are. Like, has there been a time in your career where you felt, pressure to not be yourself?
Yeah, well, like it's a lot of times at events, like I'm like, I probably shouldn't reek of like weed or like, try and, dress up or like do that shit. So sometimes I try, depending on what it is, but I try not to care anymore. It's just been, the last 2 years have been such a shit show that like that's just so far down the list.
What's made it a shit show? Is it the fallout from relationships, public relationships, or is it just the mental health stuff?
I think it's a mixture of all of it. I think there's just a lot of bullshit out there, and I don't know why anyone cares. It's very weird to me, but yeah, it's definitely like trail off from AG and then like being in other relationships and being in and out of stuff. I guess it's appealing to some. But yeah, just the following. I don't care about the writing as much as the following really bugs me out.
Oh, like when you're just out and about?
Like they come to Staten Island, like they come to my house. Wow. And like, it's fucking scary. And
you're
like,
a real star if they coming all the way to Staten Island. I don't even think they came to Staten Island for Wu-Tang. Like they come wow. Bro.
They're coming to the fucking middle of Staten Island, so like I got a mom and a sister that I got a house together with, so it's hard. It's really hard, and I can see it in their faces, and that sucks too. So like, if you could be kind to my fucking family, that'd be nice of everybody.
So do you get security for them, or like what do you do to prevent them from just pulling up on your lawn?
We got high-tech security. We always have goons at the house now. Like I have a guy, and you know, whenever my mom has to go somewhere, we get them, you know, cars or whatever, but it's definitely fucking scary. It's something to think about, like, especially after what just happened to the
Pop Smoke?
Yeah, like that's fucking, it's just, it's scary. It's scary out there.
So are you ready for the next level, Pete? Because you got a lot of shit coming.
Well, I don't know how to feel yet because it's not out yet. Yeah. So that part of my life hasn't like happened yet. But I'm definitely ready to like make more films and stuff and do more stand-up. I'm really looking forward to like that part.
I think the problem is for you, it's about the art. For everybody else, it's not. It's just about the light that's gonna be around you, the heat that's gonna be around you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that shit. I'm taking media training classes, how to ignore. I might become one of those sunglasses all the time people. So you don't see it.
Then they're gonna really say you a douche.
Well, I think it's just because people don't want to see how sad they actually are. I used to be like that guy. Yeah, I used to be like, wow, that guy's an asshole. Then I'm like, maybe that guy was having a rough day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you look back on it, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Like, and then sometimes you see a picture and your eyes are like this, and you're like, I'm wearing shades. Fuck that.
Is looking in the mirror hard?
Yeah. I don't like how I look. I fucking freak out. I don't have mirrors in my house.
What?
In my basement. Because I live in the basement and my mom and my sister live upstairs and they have mirrors, but I don't have no mirrors.
No mirrors?
No, it doesn't work for me. I had a really rough time in high school, so like I still have like fucking PTSD from that shit where I'm just like,
But you used to get teased in high school or something?
Oh, all the time. It was so confusing. Cause like my dad just died, so like you would think like they'd be like fake nice, but not in Staten Island. They don't give a shit down there. It's old school.
How do you stop running from yourself, Pete? Because you can't live in a world with no mirrors, right?
Right. I don't know what I'm gonna. That's something I have to work on. I'm definitely working on trying to love myself more and be less insecure. And I'm doing a lot of DBT therapy, which is dialectical behavior, which is.
Oh, like, break that down.
Yeah, it's pretty much for people that have like mental illness, and it teaches you steps and ways to combat like depressive feelings and shit like that. And it's super helpful. So if you guys ever need help, you should check out DBT and CBT, which is cognitive behavior therapy.
I do CBT.
Yeah.
How much do you go to therapy?
I go 2 people once a week. So two sessions a week. And yeah, sometimes it's just sitting there and just talking. But like, it's always been helpful to me.
Even though you do comedy, you write, do you feel like that could possibly be your calling as well? Like just to be
a therapist?
I mean, not a therapist, but a mental health advocate. Because it's like you're living your life out loud.
Well, I never really see myself as like that because it's so scary. But like, I'm all for like all the awareness and anything I can do to help for sure. Like if there is anything I can do to help, I definitely. There's a lot of people that have it, and it's definitely like. It's like a sledgehammer to the legs. It's really hard to get out of bed. So like if it can help anybody, I'm all for it, always.
You said a producer asked you, how do we know if we're doing the right thing? That if it doesn't feel good, then
how do we know?
Yeah, then you're doing the right thing.
Well, working out doesn't really feel good, but like you're doing the right thing.
Got you.
Right? Jerking off feels good. Doing the wrong thing.
No.
Sometimes.
Nothing wrong with touching
Third
yourself.
time of the day.
Whoa.
I'm alone in Staten Island, man. I'm all alone. I have no apps. I have no Instagram. I can't DM hoes. I'm just stuck in my basement shooting rope, shooting it at the wall.
I want you to be able to feel good without pain, Pete. That's what I want.
I don't
want you to always associate feeling good with pain.
Right. No, I'm trying to enjoy it's what the fruits of your labor, as they say. I'm trying to be more. The thing is I'm like looking forward to it being that. So I think I need to go in with a different mindset. You know, like this is not going to just be painful. Like, you know what I mean?
I almost feel like you like breakups more than you probably like being in a relationship, just because you love the pain so much.
It definitely. I don't love breakups, but it definitely fuels me to like get better and be better. So like maybe, I don't know, maybe subconsciously, I'm deep fucked up. I should figure some of that out.
You gonna stop dating famous chicks?
I'm not dating for a while. I mean, unless I meet someone, the love of my life. I'm pretty.
You meet the love of your life every 6 months.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. What can I say? I love love. But like, yeah, I'm pretty done with that. I'm gonna try and stay away from that because it's just a lot.
Yeah.
This is annoying, and nobody gives a shit. You know, there's just articles with no clicks, so it's just like really weird.
Does it make you feel better? I guess to be in a relationship since you.
I love
felt
being
like
in a relationship.
You felt like you're ugly, so.
Yeah, I love being in a relationship. I love doing stuff and Netflixing and hanging out and like going out to dinner. I just love that shit. It just makes me really happy. Also, it's just like an escape from like life, like when you have like a partner. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, your wife you get to do all that cool shit with and like say all that cool shit too. It's nice to have like a lady around.
Everybody has an opinion on Pete Davidson and what's good for Pete Davidson.
Right.
What does Pete Davidson think is good for him?
I think right now, staying on track, you know, trying to, you know, not focus on relationships or the media or anything like that. I think just, you know, doing what I'm doing, just trying to keep your head down, keep working, and hopefully people see the work. I think actions speak louder than words.
I love you, man.
Love you, dude.
You got the special coming out tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
What else they need to look out for?
Please go, if you can, check out Big Time Adolescence. Jason Orley and Griffin Gluck, they just, everybody crushed it. And go see Uncut Gems. It's the best movie ever.
And don't make these people make you do press just because they got shit to promote.
Oh, fuck no. I've been saying no to all that shit.
Please. Let this be the only thing.
No, yeah.
They can get everything they need from this. Any questions they got, I want you just to do the work and continue to work on yourself.
Absolutely.
Because you know I love you, bro.
Love you too,
and
man.
I want to see you here. I want to be at those baby showers and shit when you have that family.
Absolutely. Me, you, and Wax.
There you go.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too. PDD.
Thank you.